It's 4 o'clock in Jonesboro, where a short time ago the Jonesboro A&P Commission met and unanimously voted to approve the O'Reilly Group's pitch. We'll tell you exactly what that pitch was, what all it entails coming up. A new sewer system in Walnut Ridge, it could happen. The Walnut Ridge mayor sits down with NEA report today, talking about a committee he's asking to be put together at Monday night's city council meeting. Wild weekend weather is on the way. We'll tell you what you should at least try to wear if the wind doesn't blow it away. The Wonderland Rink opening this weekend, the first community bank Wonderland Rink. We'll have an interview in studio with Wixon Huffstetler, the Jonesboro Parks and Recs director, about what's happening. And the Duck Classic is right around the corner, the big NEA Baptist event. Details next.
Reporting.
It seems like a story you would read in 2016, except it just happened in Jonesboro. It's Friday. Thanks a lot for everybody joining us today. Here's what's going on in Northeast Arkansas. It was just down the road and a short time ago that the Jonesboro A&P Commission finished hearing from the O'Reilly Hospitality Management Group. They made a pitch for approximately 90 minutes, and unlike in 2016, this pitch was approved. The request asked for a 10-year rebate of 3% A&P collections with a cap of $2.5 million. As we mentioned, a vote was held and it was unanimously approved if the group begins work within 90 days. A vote was held previously in 2016, then it was denied while the Keller Group's funding was approved, and since then that has been besieged with trouble and documented well so in the news. One of the items that caught a lot of attention on the Walnut Ridge City Council's agenda for this coming Monday was a discussion of creating a committee under new business for a sewage treatment facility upgrade. Create sewer upgrade committee, discuss and appoint is an item under new business on the committee, and we talked to Mayor Charles Snapp in Walnut Ridge today about what his plans are and his expectations are for this group. You'll hear from Mayor Snapp here in just a moment. The big question that the committee is going to answer is there a cost that we can afford, and how would we afford it to upgrade this sewer treatment facility? I asked Mayor Snapp point blank if this meant new taxes or other possible new revenue generators, and he said maybe, but that would be up to the committee. And we'll find out more about that committee on Monday night. But in the meantime, we did talk to Mayor Snapp today about the idea, about what the committee will be looking at, and about the need and the reasons why he says Walnut Ridge is majorly overdue for a sewage upgrade.
That's actually going to be a lead-in to a discussion on a few different things, including the proposed budget, which I'm presenting to the council at Monday night's meeting, and it's going to be an aggressive budget. It's going to look great. Walnut Ridge is at a turning point. We're moving forward, but we do have a couple of 600-pound gorillas lingering around in corners of the room, and one of them is the sewer treatment facility. This has been a problem since it was put in 1994. The city of Walnut Ridge has been in lawsuits over it. We've had several corrective action orders handed down from the Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality, the ADEQ, which is like the state EPA. We've received several fines over the years, and right now we need to get this corrected, and we need to get it corrected right, solve the problem, eliminate the risk and the need for future generations. We're at a pivotal point for Walnut Ridge. Tremendous growth going on for our small community and a great outlook, but let's solve the problems. That's what this administration has done since I've taken office. When they come up, we solve them. The problem comes in that right now engineers are telling us this could be a $5 million repair and upgrade job. $5 million. If that is what it's going to cost, there are no grants available for the city to apply for at that amount. If it runs over that, we can apply for some grants. But because the financial condition of the city's improving, and because our current water and sewer rates on the state level are lower than the majority, we don't qualify. So we're going to have to figure out how to fund that. $5 million, the way it's always been done in the past, you would add $8.05 to the average household sewer bill every month. Mm-hmm. Well, now let's face it. $8.05 a month on a water and sewer bill is a lot, because our water and sewer bill is used as a collection point anyways. The voluntary fire fees on there, the trash service fees on there, the mosquito fees on there, and then you actually have your water and your sewer that you use.
Right.
So my goal is to establish a committee that'll obviously consist of the fire chief and the water and sewer superintendent, but then take 3 councilmen, and with the management we've done on the city in the past, in the outside the box, if you will, thinking that we've done in the past to get the city jump-started and growing again, I feel confident we will find a way to propose to the people and soften the blow, not only to hopefully eliminate the need of putting that $8.05 on their water bill. I'd like to see a couple of other things taken off. If we can reduce the amount their residents are paying on their water and sewer bill for trash, mosquito, the voluntary fire fee, and avoid this $8, the cost of living will go down. It'll make us look more inviting to new people moving in. It'll help us fill the jobs that we have. Plus the money these residents would save, if this plan will materialize, the money they would save monthly will be spent into the economy locally, which will help the businesses, it'll help job stabilization, and it'll generate sales tax for the city. I believe we can make a win-win out of this situation and solve a 24, 25-year-old problem that we've had that's going to plague the city for decades to come if we don't fix it now.
For those who don't live in the community and might wonder what kind of problems are we talking about with it, how would you describe that, in a nutshell?
Well, one, if you go in a public restroom and you look at some of the stalls that are older around the toilets, the urinals, things like this, you'll see a lot of decay and rot. And that's from the gases related to people using the restroom. Now, apply that to a sewer treatment facility that has metal beams in it, metal outside, the equipment stored inside. There's parts of this facility where the metal has literally rusted and rotted in two. Wow. And with extreme winds, we could lose a part of the building at any time. But on the other hand, when this facility was upgraded, they requested a permit for the capabilities of this sewer that far exceeds anything Walnut Ridge will need in the next decade or two. Even with the growth we're seeing, if this keeps up 10, 20 years, we're approved for way more flow than we need to. So we're going to try to get that flow down, which will save monthly testing. But also the plant itself, the treatment ponds, so to speak, are deteriorating, and we need an overflow pond on there at the very minimum. Now, along with that, because we have an aging sewer system, if you when we get a lot of rain and it comes up fast in certain areas, some of the old manholes have cracks in the side of them. They let water seep in. That water that comes in from the rainwater runs down to the sewer treatment plant, and it overloads the treatment plant. So the plant cannot handle the capabilities. So improvements have to be made to the manholes, to the lines. There's one line on Old Pocahontas Road between Nazarene Street and Pool Street that has some serious issues, and it's hurting. People are having trouble literally at times flushing their toilets. The city's already scheduling to dig up the center of that area of Old Pocahontas Road and rebuild that sewer line. And it's part of the correction of these problems. But it's time city administration takes responsibility. And gosh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to spend this money. But then again, to maintain the growth and make the future that Walnut Ridge is building, it's time we address it. But we have to be smart and not just because there's an increase, feel like we can just pass this on to everybody, and that's where I want to step in. Can we make down payments on it? Can we do it out in pieces? What options do we have? Because we are in the best financial shape that we've been in decades.
Thank you for your time. With so much happening this weekend in Jonesboro and northeast Arkansas, the weather's going to be most certainly interesting to keep watch of. With the temperatures going all over the place between tomorrow and the next few days, you're not going to know what to wear if you don't watch this forecast. We'll try to keep it simple for you, though. Tonight, we're looking for a slight chance of showers, actually. A chance of showers and thunderstorms increases after midnight with mostly cloudy skies. The low will actually be, yes, the low, 64 overnight. Windy and a southwest wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation, particularly after midnight, is 30%. Into your Saturday, showers and thunderstorms have at least a possibility throughout the day. Could be 50%, could be more or less depending on where you're at. But the winds, oh my, the winds will be gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Otherwise, southwest winds, 20 to 25 miles per hour, changing to northwest by the afternoon. Gradually becoming mostly sunny, the temperature will rise to about 68 by 8 a.m. That's changed a little bit. Your high is 68 by 8 a.m., but then watch this. Here's what's going to happen. It'll fall to around 51 degrees during the rest of the day. So if you're going out to the A-State game on Saturday, you're going to want to dress warm because you're probably going to be sitting out there with a windy 50-degree temperature blowing on you. Saturday night, mostly clear, a low around 36, up to 15-mile-per-hour winds. On your Sunday, a sunny Sunday with a high near 51. A Sunday night, clear, a low around 29. On Monday, a high near 55 with sunny skies. On Tuesday, it looks like partly sunny, maybe mostly cloudy as well. It depends on where you're at, but it's going to gradually become mostly cloudy into the later hours of Tuesday for sure. The high near 57 and a low around 38 degrees. Christmas turns Jonesboro into one of the coolest places that you could ever visit. The holidays are especially special to us here in northeast Arkansas. Well, we've got some cool stuff to talk about that's going to be downtown in the spirit of things, and we have an in-studio guest to talk about that. But first, if you haven't seen it yet, I want to show you this cool ad that's been put out by the city of Jonesboro highlighting all of the fun Wonderland stuff that's on the way. Joined now by the City Parks and Recreation Director, Wixon Huffstetler. Thanks for coming in, man.
Appreciate it, Stan.
Talking about holiday spirit that's really coming to Jonesboro, we got a lot of cool stuff in the community, and I think it's most exciting for those who've not lived here before, maybe moving in this year and seeing all the cool stuff we do. One of those awesome things you're very heavily involved with, you're over it, is the First Community Bank Wonderland skating rink.
Yeah, Stan, we're very excited. This is our second year this year to have it. First Community Bank was gracious enough last year to come with to me and the mayor with this idea of putting an ice skating rink downtown, and it was a huge hit last year. Now it's synthetic ice; it's not real ice, obviously. So it's it's synthetic plastic, but it's still slick. You actually use real skates. So we have about 100 pairs of real ice skates.
Oh wow!
And we sharpen them, a couple times a week to keep them sharp.
I see.
It's a pretty good sized rink, and we have Christmas lights, we have concession stands for hot chocolate and coffee and cookies and chips.
Wow.
and we have Christmas music playing the whole time.
Do you really?
Like I said, it was a very big hit last year, and we really look forward to being even a bigger hit this year.
Well, last year it was such a big hit that the extension date kept going. It
Yeah,
kept going.
it did.
What was it, like March by the time we got?
Yeah, it kept going, and this year right now we're gonna open this Saturday, the 18th.
Okay.
I feel last year, we didn't get open until December because it was new. We were still constructing it, trying to figure out things. I just felt like that it was very viable to open up the Saturday before Thanksgiving because kids are getting out of school.
Right.
Families are going to be here over Thanksgiving break, so I wanted them to have that chance to do it. So we'll open the 18th and close the last day will be New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's very neat. Now we got the information on the screen right now so people can see weekdays from 4 until 10 p.m. Is that right? And then Saturdays 1 to 10 p.m. So you get a little extra time in on Saturdays, and Sunday 1 to 6 p.m. Just $5 per person. And that's at the 300 block of Union Street.
Yeah, so it's the city parking lot that's right across from the radio station, the Fox, and those guys, Trey Stafford, and then across from Wonderland.
Yeah, so if you're going downtown, you probably know that area is where you always see their vans parked, right? The radio station
correct,
vans.
yeah.
So I've seen them out there doing all the stuff they're putting in the plastic. You got to understand, I'm a little bit disproportional to skate for balance. I've broken a bone skating before, so that's okay because most people aren't Andre the Giant size, so it works out for them. But this is just the real skating experience, right? Like it's just like being on ice.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Obviously it's not just like being on ice, but it's close.
Okay.
The kids had a great time last year. My son loves to do it.
Oh, really?
Being 6 years old, I mean, he's not really skating. He's more just walking around everywhere. Thinks he's skating.
But it feels like he's in the North Pole. So
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah. We have party times on Sundays, so those are starting to fill up very quickly. And then we have the schools are planning field trips during the school days during the December to bring their kids out. So all in all, it's a great thing to downtown. It drives traffic to downtown.
Sure.
So hopefully people will spend money in the shops and the restaurants, and then come see us. So
well, and also downtown is doing something else too. And I know this isn't something that's your department, but you got to kind of mention it because it's just right there close by, as we'll show everybody on the screen. This is the Winter Wonderland attraction, but this starts up in November 30th, and really just December is what we were just now talking about before we went on the air. It's pretty much all through December, through the 21st. If you've never been in there, it's like taking a tour through Santa's toy shop, really.
Yeah, the city took that over years ago. And it's run through the mayor's office. The mayor loves it. It's a great asset to downtown, and the kids, get to go through it. They have Santa Claus on certain nights there.
Santee will be there.
Santee will be there. That's right.
I love Santee.
And that's why we kind of strategically placed the ice skating rink across from it to drive traffic to it and to the ice skating rink. It's kind of a win-win for both. So.
I could see that. I mean, that's just brilliant. And also to mention, Winter Wonderland is free admission. So, you really can make an affordable outing out of this for the whole family.
Yeah, and like I said, our skate times they start on the top of the hour and they're only for 45 minutes. That's about all kids and adults. I mean, myself, I don't know if I could last more than 10. I mean, I haven't done it because I'm afraid I'll fall and break something. But
pull Stan Morris out there.
I haven't done. I don't know if I could go longer than 10 minutes. But the kids, about 30 minutes is about all they can do.
It's probably pretty good exercise too. I've never done it, but
absolutely.
Successfully anyway. So this is going on through really the holiday season here in Jonesboro. We want to let everybody know, but it's not just for Jonesboro peeps. You can come to town and hang out if you're from Randolph, from Poinsett, wherever.
Absolutely, man. We encourage people to come. The next closest to us is Batesville. First Community Bank did this in Batesville first several years ago, and then they brought it to Jonesboro. So they have one in Batesville, and it's a big hit there too. So yeah, we encourage everybody to come to Jonesboro. And come see our rink and eat and shop and just hang out.
Have a fun time. Downtown's a lot of fun too.
That's right.
That's right. All right, so this is happening in Jonesboro. It's the First Community Bank Wonderland Rink. It's going on November 18th through December 31st. You see the times there on the web on the page. You can actually find out more information on NEAReport.com if you'd like. Winter Wonderland is going on November 30th through December 21st. Again, those times are up there. Free admission. All this is happening in downtown Jonesboro. Wixon Huffseller. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you, Stan.
All right.
We had a website that we had had for a number of years. It had become unwieldy to navigate. Ace One said, give me a little time. and I'll come up with something and just see what you think about it. It blew us away. Ace One and his staff have given such close personal attention and outstanding customer service, just as if we were $1 million company. I just can't say enough good things about them.
Call Acme Pest Management and get a handle on the pest that may be moving to your neighborhood. Acme offers termite, pest, and mosquito control with year-round protection to keep your home or business pest-free. For termites, Acme utilizes Termidor, America's #1 termite defense product. We provide general pest control on varying schedules based on your pest problem and mosquito misting and larvicide services to give you back your yard. Rid your home of all pests. Call Acme Pest Management today for a free inspection and estimate.
Oh, that must be super embarrassing. Let me get that terrible driver I just got pulled over look. This is perfect.
Whether you're a driver or a passenger, you're required by law to buckle up. Click it or ticket. Every trip, every time.
Well, with the holiday season in NEA, that means a lot of holiday events are on the way, and an annual event that we have grown to be fond of and look forward to is the Duck Classic. The 15th annual Duck Classic banquet just around the corner, and that's the reason why we have Kim Provost in studio with us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is something you've been involved with just about since the beginning of it, haven't you?
I have. This is my 13th year, but it is our 15th annual Duck Classic.
That is fantastic. And tell us a little bit more about the Duck Classic for those who don't, they've heard about it a million times, but they've always thought, what is a Duck Classic?
The Duck Classic is an event that we host every year. It is to raise money for the NEA Baptist Charitable Foundation, and it's sort of like a golf tournament for duck hunters. And then on the night prior to the hunt, we have a tremendous banquet that's held at the AHU Convocation Center.
Now, the banquet itself, there are tickets available for that for $50, I believe, right?
They are $50. It's a fun, family-friendly event. We encourage you to bring your family and come have a great time. There's lots of live auction items, silent auction items. We have raffles. There's just all kinds of things to keep you entertained.
Man, that's just wonderful. So this benefits a whole bunch of different amazing projects by the Charitable Foundation, doesn't it?
It does. The proceeds from the event go to help our NEA Baptist Charitable Foundation. We have 6 programs that we support. We have our Medicine Assistance, Share Hope, Center for Healthy Children, Wellness Works, and Hope Circle. This year, thanks to our community support, we've been able to add a 6th program, and that's our new NEA Baptist Center for Good Grief. And yes, it is a great new program that's out there. It helps individuals who are dealing with the loss of a loved one.
I actually got to go take a look at that and do the debut of the opening of it live, and just an amazing facility. So it's works like that are being funded by this type of event.
Absolutely. We love duck hunting, but the reason why we do it is to be able to fund these programs.
See. So tell us a little bit more about the Grand Classic raffle, because I'm seeing that there's a big duck truck that somebody can win, and I love this thing.
There is. The Grand Classic raffle is a concept that we've had for several years now, and it is, we have Glen Sane Motors donates a truck. D&W Automotive, their guys there totally trick it out to make it the ultimate duck hunting vehicle. We also have Barton Power Sports donates a Polaris Ranger. And so when you purchase a ticket, you get the option, you get to win the duck truck, a Polaris Ranger. There are 2 different guns, and then there are 10 chances to win $200. So one $100 ticket gets you a chance to win 12 prizes. And they're only 600 of them are sold.
So you really have good odds to do this. If you're somebody that goes and buys 10 scratch-offs a week, play your odds with this, and it benefits the local community.
It is. They're very good odds to win, and it's all for a great cause.
Absolutely. Now, I know that you have a whole bunch of people that are helping to make this possible. Are there some sponsors that you'd like to thank or mention?
We have wonderful support with our local sponsors. D&W Outdoors is one facility that we could not do this without the help of Dennis and Kay Knoll and D&W Outdoors. You can go there to purchase your banquet tickets. You can go there to see the duck truck. All of our sponsors are wonderful, but that is the location that's sort of the center or the hub of the event.
And that you mentioned, go see the duck truck there. So it's that truck that's by the highway on the interstate.
It is right there off Parker Road.
That is awesome. And I've seen it, and it is one of those things that you're thinking, how can I get that thing? This is how you do it. $100 ticket to win the duck truck, the Polaris Ranger. You got other options too. It's only 600 tickets are going to be sold, so I mean your odds will never get better.
They won't.
They won't. More information, banquet or raffle tickets are available at duckclassic.com, right?
Yes, duckclassic.com. Go online. It's a very easy process to purchase those.
Okay, fantastic. And I guess we got to mention you don't have to be present to win in that big Grand Classic raffle, right?
You don't. You don't have to be present to win. We've had people from as far away as Kentucky win the duck truck, but then lots of local folks have won too. So be sure and get your ticket before they're gone.
Is it okay if I get a ticket?
Absolutely.
Okay, totally going to. Thanks so much, Kim Provost. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Okay?
We appreciate being here.
Okay. One last look at the weather before we leave you until Monday. It looks like it's going to be a weird day, a weird night tonight, and a really weird day tomorrow with the weather. First of all, tonight, the low drops down to 64. That's not a typo. Windy, too, tonight. Up to 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. A small chance of some showers tonight, especially after midnight, about a 30% chance. And then tomorrow, we're going to see cloudy skies in the high near 68 by 8 a.m., but then falling to around 51 during the remainder of the day. And yes, even windier. Tomorrow, gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation tomorrow is 50%. Not expected to see a whole lot of rainfall, and it's supposed to move out of here by tomorrow night with mostly clear skies, but that low drops back down to 36. If you are headed out to the A-State game tomorrow, definitely want to dress warm and expect to see that wind. By the way, if you're headed out there tomorrow, the Red Wolf Express will be running. Jets buses will begin taking riders at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Buses leave the corner of Kate and Church Streets every 20 minutes until 1:30 p.m. Round trip prices on the screen right there, $2.50 for adults, $1.20 for seniors, disabled veteran pass holders, and the kids, except for the little kids because they get to go for free. Students with IDs go for $1.80, and the return service will begin around the start of the third quarter and continue every 30 minutes until 20 minutes after the game. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us here tonight on NEA Report. We hope you have a great weekend, and remember, join us back on Monday for more news from Northeast Arkansas right here. It's every weekday, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. It's NEA Report. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good night.